Hi, folks. Chris Voss here from the ChrisVossShow.com, the Chris Voss Show.com. Hey, thanks for tuning into the podcast, everyone. We certainly appreciate you. Oh my gosh, we're starting our CES show coverage. Holy crap. CES show is coming down. My legs hurt already. My feet hurt already. But it's going to be fun. It's going to be awesome. We've already started profiling some of the best gifts that you can buy for 2019 for your wonderful family, friends, loved ones. You know, even if you don't like people, you can buy them a nice gift. I mean, it's Christmas. I mean, that's what you do. You be nice. And you can go to the ChrisVossShow.com, check out that, search for it. We're going to be updating with all the different products. We're getting a lot of early products from CES coming in, so you're going to get to see those early. Some of them are exciting enough that they will be on that best gifts list for 2019. So guess what? You'll be buying really cool gifts for your friends that will be profiled at CES Show 2020, which is, I think, shortly after the turn of the year. And you can buy those gifts now. Your people, your friends and family will be like, he looks into the future and he's so wonderful. Yeah. And they'll love you forever. I promise. Or not. I don't know. That's your problem. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. And we're profiling today a very interesting company that will be at CES and doing their whole profile on what they're doing and promoting what they're doing. The company is called Codecheck. And you can go check out their website at codecheck-app.com. We've got their CEO with us today, Boris Manhart. Boris is a gentleman who's empowered millions of consumers that find suitable products for themselves using the app Codecheck. It's constantly growing and becoming more popular among conscious consumers, and it has more than 8 million, count them, downloads. Codecheck is one of the favorite apps of German influencers besides Instagram, and is one of the most successful apps in its segment in Europe. Of all the free apps in Germany in 2019, Codecheck was 3 times the most downloaded app. He's been the co-founder of companies such as Unicorn Numbers, Compresso, and the cosmetic brand, I'm not sure I'm pronouncing this correctly, Oiloyes. Did I do that right, Boris?
You did great. You did great.
Did I really? Wow.
Yeah, the first guy who pronounced it perfectly.
Did I really? Wow. All right, man. Hey, welcome to the show, Boris. How you doing, buddy?
Thanks for having me. Hi, Chris.
Hi. And you're coming all the way from Switzerland. How's Switzerland doing these days?
It's cold.
It's cold.
Snowy. Yeah. I'm
in Utah right now writing a
freezing.
book, so I know I feel your pain. Or, well, you know, you live your pain. You're in Switzerland. But no, Switzerland's a wonderful, beautiful place. Thanks for coming to us. So, Boris, give us more data on Codecheck, what it is, how it works, and all that good stuff.
Well, Codecheck, well, thanks a lot for this nice introduction. Codecheck is an app. It works extremely simple, like with kind of a barcode of food and cosmetics. My users get a rating of all those products. The rating is always based on scientific research and on their personal needs. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you have a gluten intolerance, or if you have a green lifestyle or a healthy lifestyle, or if you want to avoid ingredients such as microplastic or so forth. You simply personalize the app and you get your rating and product recommendations.
So basically, it helps you shop better, live better. It's a shopping assistant for people who are conscious about their lifestyle, and gives them transparency over the ingredients that's in their food or cosmetics. I know this is important to a lot of people that are out there. Not only people that are just trying to be conscious about, what's in their products, what's in their world, what's, going into their kids, stuff. But, there's a lot of people, like you say, who have allergies, who have different issues. I have friends that have a peanut allergy, and if they're exposed to peanuts in any sort of way, they can end up in the hospital or dead. And usually they do end up in the hospital, which is kind of scary. So knowing what's in your products is super important in today's world.
It definitely is, and it's on one hand it's about health, of course, as you mentioned. On the other hand, as well, is about the future of our planet. Basically, we have all those problems like carbon footprint, like ocean plastics, and lots of those topics we're tackling actively, directly at the point of sale. So we basically support our users to make the right decisions based on their lifestyle, based on their beliefs, and well, just trying to kind of influence the markets as well, because it's all about the consumers. It's all about us deciding which products we purchase and which not, basically.
And so basically they can go download the app. They can go to Google Play or the App Store for Apple, and they can download the app onto their mobile device, and they can use it to scan barcodes. They can check ingredients, see what the ratings are based on scientific sources, and they can discover cleaner and healthier product alternatives all through the app.
Exactly. That's how it works. So people just go use it while shopping or use it at home. We have lots of feedback as well. People sending us emails that just canned their whole kitchen and bathroom, and just basically throw away all their products and buy everything from scratch. So they're kind of complaining, but so there are different use cases, but usually it's we see ourselves as a shopping advisor. So really help during the shopping and just support the decisions. I guess you mentioned something before, like families. Mm-hmm. I think everybody knows, all parents know, that you're getting much more conscious when you have children, when you buy shampoo or whatever. So you really want to know what's inside of the product and buy the best products for your kids.
Yeah, a perfect example is Johnson & Johnson's baby powder. There's been different issues they've had with asbestos being in them. And, they've been fined, I believe, if I recall rightly. And even after being kind of dragged out on this, they found that, after they claimed they cleaned it up, they found more asbestos in these things. And these are things you're using on your child, which doesn't have a high, as adults, we kind of have a high, what's the word I'm looking for? We have a high sort of blockage or intolerance, we're able to deal with the toxic things a little bit better than a child would, because they haven't built up that resistance. So, definitely you need to know what's in your food, what's in your products, what you're drinking, what you're, putting on your body, and where it comes from, why it's important, and, what other people are rating it.
I think that's an absolutely great example, and that happens, to lots of different products. Sometimes it's about the margin, so they're kind of saving on ingredients, putting cheap ones into products, and like we have this huge vision. We want to globalize our product. So the next steps, we're tackling the U.S. market. So the app is available, but we're kind of investing in communication next year, and our vision is to have more than 1 billion consumers using our app, and that would mean to dramatically change how the markets work. How manufacturers work, because all those consumers care about ingredients. Manufacturers need to take more care or be more conscious about them and those things. That's our vision. We want to. We want products out there that are good for us, are good for our planet, are good for our health. So that's
and the cool thing is you guys can adjust different ratings or preferences inside the app. You can target stuff to search for stuff that's vegan related, stuff that might have microbeads in it, which is a huge problem that we're having. Originally, it was banned under Obama in our country. These microbeads, they're being found in fish and all that sort of crazy stuff. There's people who are gluten intolerant, lactose intolerant. I'm slightly lactose intolerant. Sugar, fat, salt, and palm oil. So you can search kind of for what things you're interested, or I imagine what things you want to exclude. I got wise looking what my ingredients were in my products and started reading labels, and I lost 75 pounds doing it. I also did that being a vegan for a short while, and I lost 75 pounds. And so paying attention to what goes into your food, what goes into your ingredients, reading the back of some labels. And of course you guys make it a whole lot easier because they can just look at the app. They can scan the barcode, look at the app, see the ratings, see what other fellow people are talking about the product, and give you some community input there.
Totally. And I mean, sometimes, especially when it comes to cosmetics, I mean, those information on the package, on the label, are very cryptic. So it's really hard to understand what's inside of the product. So we're kind of translating that into real language. Or you get those baby portions on I don't know, on food products. So recommendations. So that's basically we try to just provide the real information to real people out there. And I guess that's very powerful, and it's easy to use. You don't need to read all those really tiny fonts, and sometimes it's pretty hard.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point with what you describe as the baby portions.
Yeah.
I learned that the hard way when I started really reading those nutritional things on the back. You're like, well, it only has like 50 grams of sugar, and then you like look at the serving size, the portion serving size, and it's like, that's a gram, and you're like, wait, I just ate half the jar, and that's like 5,000 grams of sugar I just ate. Oh my God, what did I just do? I remember one time I was going vegan, and I bought a bottle of salsa, and I was really trying to clean up everything I was eating, and I was like, I'm gonna eat salsa because salsa is healthy for you. It's got tomatoes and vegetables and stuff in it, and I was really hungry, and I was becoming a vegan and trying not to eat bad food. And I remember I was really hungry. I ate like half the bottle of salsa. And I was really proud of myself. I posted on Facebook. I'm like, I ate half a bottle of salsa. And, I love salsa anyway. I probably have some issues. Who doesn't love nachos? And I remember posting it. My friend said, dude, did you read the back of the label? And I'm like, what about the back of the label? He goes, do you know how much salt is in like just a serving, which is like, I don't know, 2 chips of salsa, 2 chip scoops of salsa. He goes, did you read how much salt is in there? And dude, I basically, in eating half of a jar of salsa, basically, I don't know, poured about a quarter of a Morton salt just in my freaking mouth. And I'm like, wow, okay. Yeah. I'm just like a cow licking a salt lick at this point. And that made me really wake up, like you say, to those baby portions, the portions they put on there that you're like, who eats portions this small? Like Victoria's Secret models who live on cocaine mostly. I don't know who eats this small, but you bring up a good point, those baby portions. And it's so hard. You go to the store, you can get and that's the other thing I had to learn to really do, was make sure that when I went to the store, read the labels, force yourself to go, what the hell is this I'm buying? Just don't buy for taste. You can buy for taste. I mean, the one thing I learned about being a vegan is you can, and apps really helped me become a vegan and maintain it, because they helped me with recipes, they helped me research what was in my food, what I was doing, what was good and bad. And so I started to get really smart as to like, okay, wow, okay, this particular product has way too much of this particular product is way too much of that. Sometimes you look at the label, and of course, in your case, it would be your app, and you go, man, I can't read half these this ingredients here, man. This is a big no-no, And I tried to be a purist and get down to, ingredients that I could read and understand. Like I still don't know what's in yellow number 5 ingredient, so I'll just stay away from that if I can. But you guys are you guys have won the CES Innovation Awards 2020 honoree. So you guys got that going for you. And are you guys pretty much in countries all around the world, or is it largely America, Europe?
No, we originally come from the German-speaking countries in Europe, and started and recently in the UK, in Ireland, and now in the USA. So we're kind of want to build now a global product. Of course, the USA is kind of one of our biggest markets, will be one of our biggest markets, and a huge challenge, of course. I mean, there are lots of great products out there. But we believe that, and that's what as well the CES Innovation Committee, they think probably the same, that, it's a very innovative solution. Because I guess one thing as well, which, you mentioned before, when you like something, there are always alternatives. Mm-hmm. And that's something we provide as well. So if you like your salsa, then we might have a different alternative for you, with less salt, with less sugar, whatever. So that's part of Codecheck, and I think that's that combined with the personalization is something completely unique worldwide. Mm-hmm. And since we see that this whole population of people that shop consciously is growing dramatically, especially in I would say the urban areas worldwide. It's the same what's happening in the US, in UK, in Germany. People care more. People want to know what's in their products. So we see a huge opportunity to scale internationally now. And of course, I mean, it won't stop there. We see a huge opportunity as well in Asian markets. We think that we will reach out to more than 250 million consumers in 5 years from now. So that's our bet, basically.
And it talks here on your website about tailor-made solutions, brand and category insights, concept to product tests, and launch alarms, stuff that can let you know what's new products are on the market with high quality consumer products. Certainly have those comparison and resources. When I became a vegan, I used Facebook, which wasn't the best way to do it. And I think there was a few vegan groups I joined, but I was able to post stuff, kind of a long way of going around what you guys have shortcutted. But I would post stuff and be like, hey, is this a good product? And there's a lot of people in the vegan communities that do that. They post products and they go, hey, what does people think about this? Yep. What does people think about that? Vegans are kind of interesting in how many different variations there are of their standards. You have the Episcopalians, I believe it is Episcopalians. They only eat fish as a meat, and then the rest of their diet is vegetarian. You have people that I mean, there are people that they wouldn't eat certain types of honey, depending upon how the bees are, whether the bees are trapped or whether they're free roam bees, I guess, or something like that. Free range bees. Can your bees, range freely, roam freely? Or, I don't. Last time I checked, they had wings. They can do whatever they want, but I don't know. I don't know everything. Maybe there are some bees that are kept in cages or something like that. I don't know. It's probably when they crossed the border, which was horrible. But it's great that people can do this. I mean, people are becoming aware of green issues as well, where they're concerned about the environment, the impact of products on the environment, all that good stuff. They want to make a difference in the lifestyle, not only with diet, with their health and living longer and everything else. They just want to make sure that what they're putting in their bodies, what they're putting in their children's bodies, are important and healthy for them. So it's a great thing to be able to have these resources.
Totally. I think it's a great movement. I think we still have time, kind of to change our behavior slightly. But we definitely need to do something about that. It's not only about health, as in the sake of our earth as well, of our future. And I think it's extremely important to use something like Codecheck to inform yourself at least somewhere else.
Now, it looks like you've got a pretty good team you guys have built here at Codecheck. You can go to the app, codecheck-app.com. And I see some PhDs here and people with some backgrounds in understanding products, food, all that sort of good stuff. Can you tell us a little bit about the team that goes in behind this and the ways you're building the knowledge, the research, et cetera, et cetera?
Yeah, absolutely. The founder of Codecheck, Roman Bleichenbacher, he started the idea very early already, I guess more than 10 years ago. Not as an app, of course, but as a concept. So he's I would say really into this topic of conscious consumption. One of the experts in Europe. Our head of innovation, Dr. Mandy Hecht, she's kind of leading all the data and the science team. And that's a very interesting department because we work based on data, we process data and as well make predictions, and based on feedbacks we get from our users, for example. And Dr. Ruta Almedam, she's the head of science. She has a PhD and several years background in R&D for big companies like Procter and Gamble. So they really know what's in their products because they developed those products. and basically what they did, they moved to Codecheck because they saw there is a lot of I would say not good things happening, and that there definitely we need to change something about that. Well, and then we have lots of basically engineers, data scientists. We are a team of 24 people based in Zurich and Berlin.
Awesome sauce.
Building up soon a team in the US as well. So,
are you?
Yeah.
There's a lot of cool products that are here. We have a huge product marketplace, and we have a lot of junk food here. If you haven't, we're all fat here in America because we're eating the wrong foods. And even myself, I mean, like I said, I lost 75 pounds going vegan and just learning more about what I was eating, what I was putting in my mouth. One of the most important things I learned is if you buy it, you bring it home. If it's in your house, it's in your mouth. So I started learning to research nutritional labels and just say, no, I'm not bringing it home. You're like, hey, you should bring those bag of chips and the Coca-Cola home. And it'll be okay, man. You won't drink it all in one day. And you're like, no, I will. And so I currently in this thing, like my family, I talk to my mom and she'd be like, some really good cookies and I'm not going to eat them, but I bought them just in case, I just have a cookie. And then later she's like, oh, I ate all the cookies. And I'm like, yeah, that's how it works. If it's in your house, it's in your mouth. So the best way to research, and you guys have put this in a mobile platform so people can do this at the store, is they can research the products at the store before they buy them. And that way you're not taking it home. And then when you get kind of those munchies or you're hungry and you're like, well, I'll just go eat the junk food and everything else. Do you guys profile any fast food on the app yet? Do you profile like fast food companies like what's in McDonald's and things of that nature yet?
Not yet. So our focus is really the retail stores, grocery stores.
I mean, once you make the choice to go to McDonald's, I mean, you're pretty much just gone right off the deep end. You just said, fuck it with my health. so I mean, it's not like you're, I remember one time I went into McDonald's and I ordered a salad. I was like, I'm going to get their salad. And because I'm going to be so smart, I'm going to be a smart consumer. I'm going to order a salad at McDonald's. And so I took a picture of it, posted it to Facebook, and someone wrote me and said, do you look at the back label of the dressing that you put on that salad from McDonald's? I'm like, no. And I read the back, and oh my gosh, the nutritional facts were worse on the salad than eating a Big Mac. Yeah. It was like so much sugar crap that they put in it. But that's kind of what we do in America, man. We put sugar in everything. We put sugar in sugar. I mean, that's just how we roll. We're just like, there's not enough sugar in that sugar. Let's put sugar. I mean, which is very true. We took sugar and went, no, let's make it corn syrup because sugar just isn't good enough. We're going to take and make it corn syrup. And then after we take corn syrup, we're like, we're going to make high fructose corn syrup because, we just cannot crack up our sugar enough. And that's what's really scary. You look at these nutritional fact labels and you'll see the high fructose corn syrup in it. That's usually always a bad sign for me. I've noticed, maybe it's because I'm getting older, maybe because I just tuned into my body, but I noticed there's a huge difference. Here in America, we have normal Coke, which has your corn syrup, your high fructose corn syrup. And then we have what we call Mexican Coke that's imported from Mexico, and it has
Real
just
sugar.
sugar in it, cane sugar, and it just has normal sugar, which I think your body is probably, in large amounts isn't it good for you, but it hasn't been chemically altered as much. It's just supposed to be sugar, And I think our bodies are designed to kind of process normal sugar. But I got to tell you, if I drink a normal Coke with the high fructose corn syrup in it, it makes my heart race. And it does weird things to my body. In fact, I'll sugar crash and everything else. But I've noticed if I drink a Mexican Coke that has normal sugar in it, and was kind of the way it used to be made back in the day, I don't have those same sort of effects. Now, if I drink a few of them, I'm going to sugar crash as well. But it's one thing I've learned is that high fructose corn syrup and those ingredients that you can put into these things can make a huge difference in your energy level every day and how you operate, how you function. It's interesting to me, and I'm just using this example again, coming back to Coke, that the one thing I used to do, because at one point I was drinking 10 to 15 Mountain Dews a day, and you drink these products or eat these foods that have high fructose corn syrup in them and other ingredients, and you crash. And so what you do is you go, well, I'll just eat more of that to get myself back up again, and you're just going from one sugar crash to the next, or you're just constantly feeding your system sugar. And literally when I quit drinking pop, when I went vegan and started eating healthy, I was losing literally like 3 pounds a day. Like I had so many of my Facebook female friends just hating me. But I lived a very horrible lifestyle for a lot of years. But that's just how powerful knowing what's in your food is, empowering yourself to make better choices for you and your family. And that's how much difference it can make. I've had friends. I'm like, they're like, I wish I could lose like 10 pounds for bikini summer. And you're like, you still drinking pop? Yeah. Well, stop. Take a look at what's going in there. I was losing literally like 3 to 4 pounds a day. People were going crazy online. They were just like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, I don't know, I have broccoli for breakfast, and I'm making my own salad dressing, which was like a balsamic vinaigrette dressing. And I showed people for like 3 or 4 months, I lost 75 pounds, and it was just continual. And I wasn't starving myself. I was actually using apps and other techniques to build recipes for veganism. Like I said, I was going on different vegan Facebook groups and saying, what about this product? What about that? And the beautiful thing is your product, your app takes and cuts through that. So I don't, have to sit there and, I'd have to post on Facebook, hey, is this a good vegan product? And then wait half an hour for everyone to chime in. The great thing is you've got it right there for me. And what's nice is I can have that at the store, so I can make those choices. So I don't bring it home. And if it's in your house, it's in your mouth. And, that's the one thing I've learned. I do actually have a Coke every now and then when I go out, but I don't bring it home. That's the rule. I don't bring home a 6-pack, 12-pack of Coke anymore. I might have one. I go out to eat, have a Coke. There you go. Done. Did that. Did the Coke thing. Done. Don't need to have it at the house, because I've tested this the hard way. I'll bring home a 6-pack of Coke or something. That thing is gone that day. And you're just like, what did I do? Stupid me. So it's great that consumers are getting empowered by products like yours.
No, but that's very true. It's about knowing what you're eating, what you're drinking, what you're putting on your skin. It's about information, and it's not about not enjoying. If you like McDonald's, and
sure,
go for it. But not on a daily basis. In my family, my kids love McDonald's, but we have this 1 month rule, so we go only once a month, and it's not much. I have to admit.
Yeah. I honestly, full disclosure, I went to breakfast this morning at McDonald's, but I get the big breakfast and the sausage. It's kind of McFranken sausage, as one judge called it here in America. I hope there's a lot of normal sausage, but most sausage here in America it has some interesting ingredients. So I guess I'll live dangerously. I have scrambled eggs. You can't really mess with scrambled eggs. I know how they're made at McDonald's. They just crack the eggs, put them on the grill. Hash browns, probably not the best thing for me. And then usually I'll save the biscuit for later, which is completely unhealthy to eat that biscuit. But, I mean, I'm like you, like once a month, once every 2 months, I'll be hungry and I'll drive by it and I'll be like, I'm going to have a Big Mac. And then like for the next 6 hours after that or into the night, my gut's like, what the hell did you do? We're going to make you pay for this. And you're like, I'll never do it again. Oh, no, what did I do? And then 2 months later, you're back. But no, I mean, we all go there, but having stuff like this that empowers us, that it gives us knowledge, that makes us aware of our surroundings in our world, what's going into ourselves. I know a lot of moms, especially nowadays, a lot of moms are really focused on what's going into their kids' bodies, what they're about. And it's kind of scary. I mean, I saw the Johnson & Johnson thing about having asbestos in their baby powder, and I was just like, holy crap, they're putting this on kids. Wow, I can't think of how many times I've sucked in baby powder. There'll be baby powder, poof, and you suck in that whole baby powder poof thing, and you're just like, wow. I mean, I must have ate half a bottle when I was a kid, probably as a baby with my mom changing my diapers. Back then it was probably all asbestos.
Same for baby shampoo. It's really worth to check before because there are lots of nasty stuff inside of it.
Yeah, I mean they put a lot of weird stuff in things. I mean, recently we had someone on their show that was talking about CBD oils, and there's a lot of CBD oils that are coming out of China that have small traces of fentanyl in them. And a lot of times they don't have even a real CBD. It's just like this fake synthetic stuff they make, and then they add like, some fentanyl. So it's really, and if you haven't checked lately, fentanyl can kill you. Just a really teeny trace amount of fentanyl can kill you.
That's horrible.
And so, you've got to be aware of what's going on. You got to double check your products. You just can't be, like, well, I'm sure it's on the shelf, it must be safe. I mean, that sounds like famous last words, unfortunately. For consumers.
Okay, great. Yeah, I mean, please download the app. Try to find the right products for your health, for your kids, for your family. Personalize the app. Use it. Well, we're looking very much forward to lots of US consumer using the app. And what I quickly want to mention as well is that we're in our fundraising process. So if investors are listening to the show, please contact me. I'm happy to give you more insights as well. I'm looking for stuff in the US, especially for marketing people. Please just contact me directly if some people out there listen to the show. Thanks a lot.
Most definitely. So folks in Silicon Valley, check out the app. You can go to Codecheck-app.com. And that's a lot of people come to CES because they're looking for lots of vendor relationships, investor relationships. They want to expose and expand what they're currently doing with their apps or their products and get things out there and all that good stuff. So if you got a chance, check it out. You can go to Codecheck-app.com. I think it's great, and I got to tell you, it changed my life by paying attention to what's in these nutritional facts, knowing what my products are, what's good, what's bad, having the collective. Like I said, post on Facebook, I'd be like, what does everyone think about this product? Somebody be like, oh, that's got whatchamacallit in it. And you're like, oh, this, and a lot of times they go, this is better. And so now you're just cutting right to the front of the line with the data information. You can get it all housed in your app and all that good stuff, and rock and roll. Thanks for being on the show. We really appreciate you coming by and sharing some of the data with us. And it's going to be excited to see you guys at CES, Boris.
Thank you so much, Chris. Thanks for having me. Great show. Thanks a lot.
All right. Thank you. And thanks to my audience for tuning in. We certainly always appreciate you guys being here. Be sure to check out the Best Gifts Guide for 2019. It's the top products that we love and reviewed this year in 2019. There's a lot of returning products that return every year, so you can check that out as well. Watch for our coverage of CES 2020. Holy crap, CES 2020. It's been around forever. We're going to have Gary Shapiro, the CEO, and I think he's just CEO. I'm not sure if he's got another title, but he's the CEO of CTA, which runs CES. I believe he's going to be on the 16th or the 18th of this month. He's usually on the show every year. He's a good friend of mine. And he is going to be talking about all the cool stuff. And there's going to be a lot of different shows we're going to have leading up to CES. And of course, during CES, you're going to see some massive coverage. So be sure to subscribe for that. Tell your friends to subscribe. And yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. We'll see you next time.